Our goal with this series is to introduce you to the great team here at Ames, but not only to our team, we want to introduce you to some of our favorite clients without whom we wouldn't have a job, and also to some of our outstanding trade partners and professionals that we work with, folks who help us deliver projects on time, on budget, and built right. So we're here today with one of our own, Duane Weaver. Duane is a site superintendent here at Ames and just has an amazing reputation, has been doing a terrific job for our clients for a long time now. Duane, how many years here at Ames?
Well, I started in 1986, so I had about a year and 3/4 off when I was in missions for a little bit, but since 1986, June of 86.
Wow. That's a little bit about yourself, your background, your family, and then how you became a site superintendent here at Ames.
Sure. I have a wife, beautiful wife, Donna, and 3 wonderful sons, one who just got married on Saturday, so that was exciting.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. As a committed Christian, I'm involved in my church pretty heavily. And besides that, I like to hunt. I don't really get a lot, but
You enjoy the hunting part.
the hunting part. It's not the getting part, but the hunting part, being out there. I do that with some of my sons, so that's a good time. So yeah, back when I was graduating from high school in 1986, my dad said, "Hey, you ought to become an electrician." So at that time, Ames Construction had an ad in the paper to be for an electrician. So I came, interviewed, got a job, and was on the electrical crew for 7.5 years. Became a foreman, and at that time, as a general contractor, Ames Construction did everything. We set the steel, we poured concrete, and if you were an electrician and they needed help, you went and helped.
You did it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that aspect of the job. And so when opportunity came to make the transition, I did.
Nice. I didn't realize that you were an electrician for that long.
Yeah, 7.5 years.
So then just all those varied things you got to do, though, beyond just doing electric work, that
Sure.
really kind of prepared the way for you, didn't it?
Absolutely. We helped with the plumbing. We helped with the HVAC.
Yeah.
Whatever needed to be done. I mean, my main goal or main job at the time was an electrician until I made the switch.
Yeah. That's so valuable. I think it's probably one of the things that has made you a really good superintendent.
Hey, I really appreciate that part of my experience.
Yeah.
Knowing different fields gives me some understanding.
Yeah.
Not everything. I'm not an expert in everything.
Yeah.
But it gives me a good understanding of a lot of things.
Well, and I imagine when you're on site, people you're working with out there, they can quickly tell if you know what you're talking about or not.
Well, sometimes I try to keep that hidden.
What do you like about construction in general, and then also just your favorite part of your job specifically at Ames?
Yeah. Well, there's a sense of satisfaction when you take the job from the beginning and complete it. So that's one thing I like about construction. And I guess the other piece would be, I do like working with people.
Yeah.
And somebody asked me one time, "What's your favorite thing about your job?" And I would say, "Working with people." And then they say, "What's the worst thing?" And I say, "Working with people." but it is something that that's an important part for me.
Yeah. Is there a job or two that were kind of highlights of your career over that time?
Petra Christian Fellowship. That was just a job that I really enjoyed. It was a good team effort between the subcontractors and the church and Ames Construction.
Yeah.
And it felt good to build that.
Yeah. I was also going to ask about the Belmont shops in Lancaster. That was a lot of hard work.
Yeah, and that was also a big team effort.
Yeah.
When you talk about jobs, there's never one person.
Yeah.
We had a team there. I kind of led the supervisors, but there was like 4 supervisors there, and they did a great job. Made my job a whole lot easier. And from the subcontractors that were chosen, the site contractor that was there, it just went really well, and it turned out nice too.
It did. It's a beautiful project, and I think Duane downplays his involvement a little bit. He is one of the most respected people here at Ames, from top to bottom, as someone who works hard and does just an amazing job. And I think you've earned that over those 35 years. So yeah, appreciate your work on those projects and really all your projects.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So what's a typical day look like? We're looking at broad picture.
Sure.
But, what's Duane find himself doing on an average day?
I'm an early riser, so I like to get to the job before anybody's there. Look around, see if I can pick anything out that's not done like we expect it to be done, or not done according to the drawings. And when everybody comes, that's a little bit more hectic, and you don't have time for that. So I like to get there early. Yeah, it doesn't have to be an hour, but a good half hour early, and walk the job and see what's going on before anybody gets there. Then when people get there, touch base with all the foremans, if there's see if they have any questions, or what their needs are for the day, and that type of thing. And
so many different things going on the job site. I mean, on a typical day, you might have how many different trades represented, or people
sure,
under your care, if you will.
Yeah, depends on the size of the job.
It
could be 3 to 63.
Yeah,
or more.
Yeah,
depends on the size of the job and what stage we're at.
Yeah. What's some of the keys for you to coordinating all that effort?
Sure, like I said, it's not a one-man show at all. It's a coordinated effort between our subcontractors, whether that's our Ames mechanical division, or our other subcontractors, and touching base with the foremans, like I said before, and what's happening, what do they need, is there a problem, and then just kind of help them solve it. If there's a major issue we get that has implications, we get the architect or the owners involved, but try to solve it on our own if we can.
Yeah. So it's pretty proactive approach, though, trying to be there for them, or even ask them before they're even coming to you.
Well, yeah. And to maintain a good rapport with our subcontractors, so that line of communication remains open, is important.
Or what are some of your biggest challenges?
So typical obstacles are weather.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't do much about that.
No.
But getting our submittals under control in the beginning of the job, getting them back so we can order material. And I think we do a pretty good job at that. Right now, steel's an issue. It depends what the issues are. But there's always something.
Always some kind of obstacle to be overcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So 35 years in the construction industry. Talk about changes that you've seen, good or bad.
Sure. So I guess technology has both aspects. It has made things, you get answers quicker. We get answers quicker when there's a question. At the same time, everybody expects a product faster, the end result faster because of those things, and that makes it a challenge, a little more stressful sometimes. And also, one of the things that's, I guess, brought on by technology is the cut and paste on drawings. Sometimes we have things on drawings that really aren't there for that job just because they didn't get taken away. And so that, when you find out, oh, that's not for this job, it's like, but for the most part, technology has been a benefit by far.
I imagine 35 years, the technology has it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean it has sped things up. When we first started, when I first started, we were building a 35,000 square foot giant supermarket in 11 months, and I think we're probably down closer to 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Yeah. Yeah. The other area, just from what you mentioned earlier, from my perspective, is I think it's tougher for someone to be well-rounded in the construction industry now because everything is so specialized. Like you talked about all these
Yeah,
different things you did.
yeah, we don't have that anymore. We don't pour footers. We don't
Yeah.
set steel.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have electricians anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so you're right. There's more subcontractors.
Yeah.
The term general contractor has really been redefined.
Yeah. Yeah. More of a construction manager.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess
The team concept, however,
has
is
not
just
changed.
as important as ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you get away from that, things are going to fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate your perspective on that, and I think it's one of our strengths here at Ames is team building
Yeah.
and designing teams for specific projects. If Ames was hiring someone for an open position, and that potential hire asked you if Ames is a good company to work for, what would you tell them?
I would say I'm here 35 years.
Yeah, that's probably the best answer you could
Yeah.
give.
That and I have been treated well over these 35 years, even when I make mistakes. The previous owners and the owners that we have now are just good. One of the things that I've really appreciated over the years is if the weather's bad or we're a little slow, we still have work. Some companies will send the guys home right away, and then those guys lose time and lose money,
Yeah.
and affects their family and how they're providing for them.
I know I speak for everyone in Ames when I say we greatly appreciate the way you've invested your career here at Ames, and it's been so valuable. So thanks for all you do, and looking forward to many great years ahead.
Yep.